Hi everybody, it's Mike DiVita, and today I'd like to talk to you about the no-cost refinance. I want to explain to you what this is, the ins and outs of the no-cost refinance, and why banks offer them. And they do offer these. This isn't a scam. These loans do exist. Now, they are a little bit misleading because there are always costs involved with a refinance or a purchase transaction. There's an appraisal, there's escrow, title, recording. Lenders have an admin fee. These costs always exist. Now, in exchange for you taking a higher interest rate, the lender will credit you money towards your closing costs. So that's how you're getting a no-cost loan. The lender is actually paying them for you. Now, that is in exchange for a slightly higher interest rate. So you take a higher rate, the lender, will pay your closing costs, and they are actually incenting you to do the no-cost loan. They want you to do it because in the long run, they make more money with you taking the higher rate, having a higher payment, and that's how they're going to make more money. So, I always want to tie this into generating wealth with real estate because that's what it's all about. And the way I can show you this is by a real example. I like to show you the actual math. So I'm going to flip over to our whiteboard, and I want to do a purchase scenario, just a hypothetical situation of a buyer buying a $600,000 home, a traditional 20% down payment, and that leaves the buyer with a $480,000 loan amount. Now, let's say they go to the bank says, if you take, let's assume that the closing costs are $4,000 to buy this house. Okay. So he goes to the bank and the bank says, we'll offer you a rate of 4.5%. And at that rate, the buyer has to pay all the closing costs. The payment comes out to $2,432. The bank comes back and says, well, hey, if you take 4.75%, we will credit you $4,000. We'll pay all of the fees in this transaction. It's going to give you a slightly higher payment. That's $2,503. So the difference in payment is $71 per month. So, okay. So just let's say you take that lower rate at 4.5. You pay $4,000. The break even with the $71 monthly savings is 57 months. So in 57 months, you recoup $4,000. It's about 5 years. So you have to look at your goals here. Are you going to keep the house for at least 5 years? Because that's when you're making money and paying more makes sense. If you are, it's up in the air, you might only keep the house a few years, the no-cost refinance is a great option. So, but here's what I want you to look at. It's the big picture about why banks do this. If you take 4.5% in this situation, the bank makes $395,552 in interest over the life of that 30-year fixed. If you take 4.75, the bank makes $421,406 in interest. So that's the difference. The bank makes an additional $25,854 in interest, and that's why they're willing to pay the $4,000 in fees. So I like you to understand this math. The no-cost refinance, it is a great tool for somebody who's, is looking at investment in the short term. It also just depends on your goals and the cash flow at the time of closing. But, knowing the math is going to make you informed about, making a wise decision. And really, it's going to make you more informed to generate wealth with real estate. And that's what it's all about. I'm happy to go over any scenario with you and compare rates and compare costs. You can reach out at 1-800-239-1103. Send me an email anytime at mike@mycahomeloan.com. And if you're interested in getting pre-approved, we have a tab on this page. Just click on it. We'll get back to you within 24 hours with some numbers and a proposal for refinancing or your next purchase. Thank you very much, and make it a great day.